this special edition of Northwest at 5, our continuing coverage of the wildfire situation that is still evolving in our region. More than 1,800 people have been evacuated across the region, and the Minister of Natural Resources is doubtful about maintaining year-round firefighters. A new evacuation order has been issued for Collins, Gull Bay, Armstrong, and Furland. The province is expanding the Alert Ready system to First Nations and Indigenous leaders. Meanwhile, wildfires across the border in Minnesota are having their own impacts. We have the details. Some hopeful news to share as well regarding air quality in Thunder Bay and the reopening of a closed highway. Thunderstorm chances tonight and more shower chances down the road. This special edition of Northwest at 5 starts now.
This is a special edition of Northwest at 5. Wildfire Chaos.
Good evening to all our viewers. It is great to have you with us. We've had a lot of updates over the weekend and again today, so let's get right to it. Here's a look at the forest fire map across the entire province. Right now, in the Northwest region, there are 142 active fires. Of those fires, 46 of them are listed as not under control. 21 new fires popped up over the weekend. The largest of them is a 388-hectare blaze near the southwest side of Lake Nipigon. And with thunderstorm chances over the next few days, the potential for new fires exists, despite the low fire hazard. We'll have more on the weather in a bit. Ontario's Natural Resources Minister does not believe it would be possible to maintain year-round full-time wildland firefighters. Most of them are hired and trained in the months before the season begins. Mike Harris says many firefighters do other work in the off-season.
It's not as easy as just saying we're going to be a full-time force, because the folks who are actually out there doing the work are often doing some other things during the sort of the off-season, if you want to call it that.
Harris says they did reclassify crew leaders as senior leadership positions to help retain those people, their expertise and experience. Meanwhile, there are now 13 communities in Northwestern Ontario that have been evacuated due to the wildland threat. Residents of Fort Hope were among the latest to be airlifted out of their community. They were moved to Hamilton before being bused to Niagara Falls. Emergency Preparedness Minister Jill Dunlop says, along with providing temporary accommodations, they are ensuring other services and supports are readily available.
We have to look at things such as the healthcare capacity in the areas, hotel capacity, and the wraparound services as well. So we're working closely with the host communities to ensure that those services are provided once an organization or once a community is coming into a host city.
Dunlop says additional support is coming from agencies such as Ontario Corps, Fee Ontario, the Ontario Federation of Indigenous Friendship Centres, and the Canadian Red Cross. The Ministry of Natural Resources has ordered further evacuations of areas along and inland from the northwestern and northern shores of Lake Nipigon. An evacuation order was issued at 7 a.m. Eastern Time this morning, the MNR said. It covers individual communities already ordered evacuated, such as Gull Bay First Nation and Collins First Nation. The latter has already been destroyed by a fire. The map of the evacuation order issued by the ministry shows it encompassing areas as far south as Gull Bay First Nation, north to Armstrong and Collins First Nation, and into Wabakini Provincial Park, east to Furland, and northeast to the southern shore of Mojikid Lake. All people in the affected area must leave immediately and are prohibited from entering, the ministry said. The order is, quote, due to the evolving situation and increased fire behavior of multiple wildland fires, including Thunder Bay 36, 54, and 56, and Dryden 34 and 35, the ministry said. People residing or utilizing the area near the fires are directed to evacuate the area immediately. Another order banning the travel into and use of areas covers the same locales as today's evacuation order, but also extends further west through Wabakimiski Lake, Harmon Lake, and south to Graham, just north of Upsala in the west, and Black Sturgeon Road and the southwestern shore of Lake Nipigon to the east. In the area, Highway 527 remains closed from Gull Bay First Nation north to Armstrong. And speaking of highways, the extended closure of part of a secondary highway in northwestern Ontario is over. Ontario 511 and Ontario Provincial Police confirmed around 12 noon today that both lanes of Highway 599 have been reopened between the Highway 516 junction and the Mishki-Gogamang First Nation. As previously mentioned, Highway 527 remains shut down from Gull Bay to Armstrong because of fire activity in the vicinity. OPP added in a media release issued this afternoon that the highway could be closed again if conditions deteriorate, and that it could happen with little notice to ensure the safety of the public and emergency responders. Well, it's time for our first check on the weather forecast, and we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for eastern parts of our region. Storms which fired up this morning are continuing to move eastward, and that poses a risk of new fires due to the lightning involved with those storms. But I do have some good news. The air quality is improving in Thunder Bay, and the air quality advisory for the city has been lifted. But will this trend continue? It's too early to say, according to Jeff Golson.
We do have as well today and into Tuesday as well some scattered shower activity, which should help a bit. The only problem is the showers we've been getting have also been combined with some thunderstorm activity in Northwestern Ontario. So the shower is obviously beneficial, but the lightning associated with the thunderstorms have the potential to produce new fires.
I'll have your full 7-day forecast later on. Still ahead, the province is expanding its alert-ready system for Indigenous leaders and First Nations. Wildfires happening across the border in Minnesota. We'll have the details on that as well. And later on, in other news, inflation rose again last month, but by how much? That and more when we return.
Due to the high to extreme fire hazard, increased wildland fire activity, and the current fire load, the Ministry of Natural Resources has declared a restricted fire zone for the Northwest Fire Region and parts of the Northeast Fire Region. The areas impacted are from the southwest border of the U.S., Manitoba and Ontario, north along the Manitoba border to southwest of the Echoing River, southeast to 40 kilometers northeast of the community of Kitchename-Kusib, east to 73 kilometers northwest of the community of Attawapiskat, south to 12 kilometers south of Highway 11, west to the northeast tip of Sandlink Lakes, south following Sandlink Creek to Northeast Bay on McKay Lake, following the eastern shore of McKay Lake to the Pick River, south along the Pick River to Lake Superior, Canada-US border. Outdoor fires are banned. For more details and a precise map of the restricted fire zone boundaries, visit the interactive fire map at ontario.ca/fire updates. Follow MNR on social media at ON Forest Fires.
The hottest deals of the summer are happening right now at Dryden GM during their Employee Pricing for You event. For a limited time, you pay what they pay on select new Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick models. And that's not all. Save up to $5,500 in cash discounts on select Silverado and Sierra trucks. Don't wait. These incredible savings won't last forever. Get the deal you deserve during the Employee Pricing for You event on now at Dryden GM. Visit Dryden GM today or shop online at drydengm.ca.
Welcome back. We are now being joined by Talking Tom, one-third of our original news team, to bring you the rest of the day's headlines alongside myself. Thank you very much, Ginger. The province is expanding access to the Alert Ready broadcast system for Indigenous and municipal leaders. It's used to alert the public when an event presents an immediate or imminent threat to the public, health, and property.
So that municipalities and First Nations can request that emergency messages be delivered directly to their communities through television, radio, and mobile devices.
Minnesota wildfires continue to tackle several blazes along the border with Ontario. They have forced the closure of the Battery Waters Canoe Wilderness area. 3 of the fires have since crossed into Northwestern Ontario. It includes the blaze known as the Thumb Fire, which forced the evacuation of Lac La Croix residents. The blaze has scorched almost 7,000 hectares. Another fire, referred to as the Knife Fire, has blackened over 25,000 hectares in Minnesota and 3,400 hectares in Northwestern Ontario. More than 500 firefighters and support personnel have been involved in the suppression efforts. Atikokan has become a central hub for the Ministry of Natural Resources. The ministry is using the community as a location to move crews and equipment to fires nearby. Mayor Rob Ferguson says the town is also helping with space to accommodate the added MNR presence.
They are looking at expanding their footprint in the Atikokan area too, so we're working with the MNRF on providing space for them to put an emergency camp in.
Ferguson says most of the fires are at least 30 kilometers away and pose no threat to his community.
And now, the weather forecast, powered by Revco Home Improvement Center and Sigurdsson Construction.
Alright, Ginger, it's been a while since I last told you this, but how's the weather looking in the region? Well, Tom, we've dealt with showers and storms moving eastward across the region today. We did have severe thunderstorm watches with Thunder Bay still under one, but I expect those to be dropped heading into the evening and overnight hours. Tonight, there's still a good chance of showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder throughout the region. Lows will range from 11 in Dryden to 12 in Kenora to around 14 and 15 in other areas. Tomorrow, look for overcast skies across the region. Highs will be noticeably cooler from what we've seen over the past few days, with highs ranging from 20 to 21. And tomorrow night, skies clear up with lows dipping down to 7 in Atikokan and to 10 to 12 for other areas. Taking a look ahead, more showers are forecast through the latter part of the week and into the weekend. And after our cool day tomorrow, temperatures are going to rebound to above normal for the rest of the week. That's your forecast. The United Way in Thunder Bay and the Thunder Bay Community Foundation have teamed up to launch the Northwestern Ontario Wildfire Community Support Fund. Since it was launched on Friday, United Way Executive Director Albert Brule says donations have come in from around the world, including Australia and America. To donate, you can visit the website shown on your screen. Up next, the race for Dryden City Councillor is getting a bit bigger, and we'll tell you how much inflation rose last month. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to CAA Everyday Trivia. Ready to win some savings?
Yes!
Question 1. How can you save 3 cents per liter on fuel and 10% off snacks at Shell?
With CAA.
Correct. Next, how much do you save on hotels through CAA?
10%.
Fantastic. Final question. Where can you save 25% on regular price Dulux paints?
With CAA.
You win. Save 15% on new memberships from just $30 a year. Visit CAAeveryday.ca. Conditions apply.
A $500 gas card bonus on all used vehicles now at Superior Hyundai. $500 in gas to fuel your summer fun and hit the open road. Plus, get low finance rates from 3.99% on certified pre-owned and $500 in gas. With over 75 used vehicles, including a huge selection of fresh local trades, your next new ride is at Superior Hyundai.
SuperiorHyundai.ca, home of Superior Pre-Owned.
With the all-new outdoor Wi-Fi from T-Baytel, you can extend your fiber Wi-Fi for a fast, reliable connection in your backyard, your garage, or at the dock. Let your Wi-Fi out to play with the all-new outdoor Wi-Fi from T-Baytel.
Welcome back. Well, you can add one more name to the list of people running for Dryden City Council. Bill Latham has filed his nomination papers, and he's the only incumbent councillor so far that's running again. There are now 3 people in the running for the 6 council seats, including Jim Damon and Derek Ouellette. The deadline to file nomination papers is just over a month away on August 21st. And finally tonight, inflation rose again in June, though a little slower than the month before. The latest report from Statistics Canada shows the Consumer Price Index went up 2.8% year over year. It was driven by a slower increase in gas prices after a 3.2% gain in May. While gas prices are still high because of Middle East conflicts, Stats Canada says diplomatic talks in an interim ceasefire helped ease oil prices last month. It was the largest monthly dropping of gas prices since April of 2025. Well, Tom, it's good to have you back, buddy. Thanks, Ginger. I bet the people out there are happy to see me back after such a long time. And a new look, too? Yep, new look and all, although I have gotten some criticism, but it's nothing to be worried about, really. I agree. Anyways, that's all for now. We'll have continuing coverage of the wildfire situation over on our website. For now, though, from me and Tom to you, thanks for watching. Good night.
This has been a presentation of Outfit 7 News Holdings.